Union and its territory. Union and its territory. The Indian Constitution serves as the highest legal authority in India. It's like a rule book that outlines who holds authority in the country, what they can and cannot do. It also lays out the rights and responsibilities of citizens. Interestingly, it's the world's largest constitution, initially starting with 395 articles in 22 sections and 8 schedules, but now expanded to 448 articles across 25 sections and 12 schedules. We'll delve into the first part of the Constitution, titled, The Union and its Territory, which spans from Articles 1 to 4. The first part of the Indian Constitution, encompassing Articles 1 to 4, addresses the concept of the Union and its territorial boundaries. It's interesting to note that India is often referred to as the Union of States, even though the Indian Constitution has a federal structure. This distinction was explained by Dr. B. R. Ambedkar, who preferred the term Union of States over Federation of States for two important reasons. Unlike the American Federation, where states came together through an agreement, the Indian Federation was not formed through such a compact. In the Indian context, states do not have the right to secede or break away from the Union, further differentiating it from a typical federation. This unique aspect of the Indian Constitution sets it apart from other federal systems and is an important historical and constitutional distinction. Part 1 of the Constitution of India, from Article 1 to Article 4, expressly deals with the Indian Union and its territories, which is given below in the table. The concept of Union and its territory is a fundamental aspect of the Indian Constitution, as it defines the geographical boundaries and political structure of the Indian Republic. Let's delve into the key points related to the Union and its territory in the context of the Indian Constitution. Union and its territory articles. Article 1. Name and territory of the Union. Article 2. Admission or establishment of new states. Article 2a. Sikkim to be associated with Union, repealed. Article 3. Formation of new states and alteration of areas, boundaries or names of existing states. Article 4. Laws made under Articles 2 and 3 to provide for the amendment of the first and the fourth schedules and supplemental, incidental and consequential matters. Article 1 of the Constitution describes India, that is, Bharat, as a union of states. In the absence of unanimity in the Constituent Assembly regarding the name of the country, it was decided to adopt both the traditional name Bharat, as well as the modern name India. Despite adopting a federal scheme in the Constitution, the phrase, Union of India, has been used instead of Federation of States. Dr. B. R. Ambedkar clarified this by giving reasons. Indian Federation is not the consequence of an agreement of states as in the case of the American Federation. The states have no right to secede from the Federation. It's a union because it is indestructible. Classification of territories. Article 1 classifies the territory of India into 3 categories. Territories of the states. Union territories. Territories that the Government of India may acquire at any time. The names of states and the Union territories and their territorial extent can be in the first schedule of the Constitution. The Territory of India and the Union of States. The Territory of India is a wider expression than the Union of India, since the latter only includes the states while the former includes not only the states and the Union territories but also the territories which the Government of India may acquire at any given time. Acquisition of foreign territory. Foreign territories can be acquired through the means recognized by international laws, i.e. cessation, following treaty, purchase, gift, lease or plebiscite. Occupation, territory unoccupied by a recognized ruler, conquest or subjugation. For example, the acquisition of Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Goa, Daman and Diu and Sikkim by India. Article 2. Admission or establishment of new states, external readjustment. The Parliament has the power to establish any new state through external readjustment. Article 2a. This article particularly deals with Sikkim association with the Union under the 36th Amendment Act 1975. Article 3. Authorizes the Parliament, internal readjustment. Form a new state. Increase the area of a state. Diminish the area of a state. Alter the boundary of any state. Alter the name of any state. Creation of new states. Separating the territory from any state. Uniting states or parts of different states. Uniting territories with states or parts of states. Condition to create a new state or union territory. The prior approval of the President is required. The concerned state legislature must approve for such provision within a specified period of time. The bill should pass in the Parliament through simple majority. In case of union territory, the same procedure will be followed except no reference is required from the legislature of union territories. Article 4. The amendment of the First and the Fourth Schedule and supplemental, incidental and consequential matters. Article 2 and 3 are not considered as amendments to the Constitution under Article 368. They require only a simple majority through ordinary legislative process. State Reorganization Act 1956. The States Reorganization Act of 1956 was a major revision of India's state and territory boundaries, organizing them along linguistic lines. Some of the suggestions of the States Reorganization Commission, SRC, were enacted by the States Reorganization Act of 1956. The new states and union territories created after 1956. There were 562 princely kingdoms in India after its independence in 1947. The majority of the states joined India. Many of these princely realms were merged to establish new states. With the States Reorganization Act of 1956, Indian states were later organized linguistically. The 1956 States Reorganization Act lowered the number of states from 27 to 14. The new states founded as a result of state restructuring in 1956 include Andhra Pradesh, Bombay Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Madras, Mysore, Punjab, and Rajasthan. Following that, the Parliament passed different reorganization acts, resulting in the split of existing states. Formation of states and union territories. Year. State, Union Territory. Description. 1953. Andhra Pradesh. First linguistic state created out of Madras. 1954. Daman and Diu. Acquired from Portuguese. 1954. Puducherry. Acquired from French as a union territory. 1960. Maharashtra and Gujarat. Created by division of Bombay. 1961. Goa, Daman and Diu. Made union territories. 1963. Nagaland. Created from Assam. 1966. Haryana in Chandigarh. Created from Punjab on the recommendations of Shah Commission and demands by Akali Dal. 1971. Himachal Pradesh. Given the status of state. 1972. Meghalaya, Manipur and Tripura. Given the status of state. 1975. Sikkim. It was made an associate state by adding Article 2A in Schedule 10 of the Constitution after a referendum. 1987. Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. Converted into a state from Union Territory through Mizo Peace Accord with Government of India. 2000. Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and Uttarakhand. Created respectively from Madhya Pradesh, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. 2014. Telengana. Created from Andhra Pradesh. Integration of princely states. This was initiated with the help of Indian Independence Act 1947. Princely states had three options: either to join Pakistan, join with India or remain as independent states. During the time of independence, nearly 552 princely states merged with Indian boundary. 3 states refused to join India at that time. These were Hyderabad, Kashmir and Junagadh. These states were acquired by India through different means such as Hyderabad through police action, Junagadh by means of referendum, Kashmir by instrument of accession. Reorganization of states. Initially they were demands for the organization of state on the basis of language. In June 1948, the Linguistic Provinces Commission was appointed with its chairman S.K. Dar. It was also known as Dar Commission, which suggested administrative convenience over linguistic reorganization. In December 1948, JPV Committee was formed with Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Pattabhi Sitaramaiah, which rejected the language as the basis for reorganization of states. In October 1953, the government was forced to create Andhra Pradesh from Madras due to increased agitation caused by the death of Gandhian activist Potti Sriramulu after a hunger strike of 56 days. In December 1953, Faisal Ali Commission was appointed for reorganization of states under the leadership of Faisal Ali, K. M. Panikkar and H. N. Kunzru. The Faisal Ali Commission recommended 4 factors to be considered while reorganization of states, including unity and security of India, linguistic and cultural homogeneity, considerations for economic finance and administration, welfare of nation and people. State Reorganization Act 1956. It was made in 1956, which led to the formation of 14 states and 6 union territories. States: Assam, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Bombay, Jammu and Kashmir, by the instrument of accession, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Madras, Mysore, Orissa, Punjab, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, and West Bengal. Union territories: Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Delhi, Himachal Pradesh, Lakshadweep, Minicoy and Amindivi Islands, Manipur, and Tripura. Barubari Union Case, 1960. The Supreme Court examined the power of Parliament to diminish areas of state. The central government decided to cede the territory of Barubari Union in West Bengal with East Pakistan. Such a change in Indian territory was prohibited by the Supreme Court under Article 3 of the Constitution through 9th Constitutional Amendment Act 1960. The Parliament cannot cede Indian territory through simple majority and require amendment under Article 368. Conclusion: the Indian Parliament has the ability to change the political landscape of the country. The UTS has developed throughout time to accommodate for geographical and other strategic factors. The direct control of the Union government would benefit the socio-political and economic growth of UTS. The Government of India presented legislation on January 26, 2020, to unite the Union territories of Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli into a single Union territory to be named as Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. Thank you.